Hello everyone. Yeah. So I tried to get cross-country flight to load up Atlanta again. Still doesn't work. I've tried like almost everything, and it still doesn't work. So we're gonna do more American Truck Sim. Just some nice American Truck Sim. Well, we can turn up the volume for American Truck Sim because it's normally not too loud. Yeah, so if you realized, you're probably thinking, what in the world is that profile? I'm going to tell you, that is my short videos with morals profile. Yeah, we are doing annoyances in life. You know, short videos with morals. Things that annoy me about what people do. Now, before we get started, you've probably seen the Western Express mod that I have installed. So what we're going to do is we're going to get those mods installed. Let me just first see. We also have a new JB Hunt, which is just plain awesome. Because I see JB Hunt all the time where I live. What else? Yeah, here, Flying J, Amazon, and let me see, what else? Flying J normally doesn't appear too much, which is good, because it shouldn't. I've never seen a Love's truck. Love's is a truck stop, in case you don't know. Some of you may not know. Bring Amazon Prime. I have never seen an Amazon Prime trailer in this entire game, so, in my entire videos with morals profile, so yeah. Then we'll take Flying J. We'll bring it down even lower. Bring it down close to the bottom. Kind of liked it Flying J to the bottom. I have seen a Flying J trailer like off camera, but yeah, we'll put it on the way bottom. You should honestly not be seeing those that often. Bring this one down to maybe about here. Maybe a couple spots up. There, on Amazon. No, we did that. No. Did we get that? No, we didn't get JB Hunt. So let me just scroll this up. I know, I'm sorry that you guys have to see this, but you know what? I know that half of you guys are probably not going to watch it, and the people who are, congratulations. But, I show you this, guys, because in case you guys want to watch it, might as well put it on. Yeah, so, I don't know why, but I completely forgot what happened in the last episode. Even brought up the phone, which I used for the map, for cross-country flight. But, I still need to experiment with it. I just don't find the time to do it. Maybe I should just find some time. I just learned now that I just need to find it. Or the plan that I need to do is pretty drastic, but I'm probably going to have to do it. I'm going to have to redo part of the, of last episode's, scenes. So, for example, I'm going to have to spawn the Cessna at an airport, maybe in the middle of nowhere, maybe in Wyoming or Utah or Nevada would probably be the best bet, because it's probably the least densely populated state in the country. There is the least populated state in the country, and it's not Nevada, but I don't know what it is. Less densely populated. Yeah, that's what I hopefully would. Oh, right, we're in Holbrook. We're headed down to Nogales. A nice 11-hour journey, which will probably get us there about midday. And, looks like we're gonna go there, so let's jump on the screen and let's get there. We're gonna be taking food. Forget what the trailer looks like. There might be a mod change, and if there is, but I highly doubt there will be a mod change. Like, I highly doubt that it'll change to, like, a JB Hunt or something like that, but we can only see and find out. I forget what it even looks like. Oh, right, it was this tiny little thing. I remember now. There couldn't have been a mod change. Alright. So, time is wasting. Let's start the engine. Yes, so, yeah, that was the morals. So let me just talk quickly about morals, and then, let's just hit the road first. I know, right in front of a guy that's going. Please, remember this trick. Plus, I'm sure truck drivers do this sometimes. Even when trucks turn out on nobody, people get stuck behind them. So it doesn't really matter. Plus, I was more talking about cars in this video. If you're, like, driving with a car and you pull out on someone, then it's gonna be disastrous. A truck, you can pretty much get away with because it's big and huge, and you see, we've been trying to speed up for about a minute, and we've only gotten to, like, 45, whereas in a minute, you could get a car up to, like, 300 miles an hour if it could go up to that speed. Which it necessarily really can't. But it could if you wanted it to. Well, oh shoot. Because I'm afraid of, like, the divider. Over here. That's the reason why I'm going in the left lane. There will be another moral video out about going in the left lane. I'm just in the left lane because I'm just afraid of accidentally ramming the divider. So you're probably thinking to yourself, but you have a damage mod. You don't need to worry about that. My answer to that question is, well, the damage mod isn't for crashing. The damage mod is because I'm so prone to crashing that I don't want it to persist forever, because damage here, damage there, it adds up, and before you know it, your truck is so damaged that pretty much you can't even move it. And I know, getting in the lanes are bad, but I'm talking about a car, when you have more control over your vehicle. In a simulator, you don't have to do that. In a simulator, you can get away with this. Not that it's the thing you should do, but no one's stopping you from doing it, because it's a simulator. Unless you're playing on multiplayer, plus on multiplayer there's less lag, because there's less traffic. Oh, let me rephrase that. There's just about no traffic. Because only traffic you're seeing is like the 5 trucks that you see, on your trip from Tucson to Reading, which is one of the longest trips on the map. Longest trip on the map is, well, you need a map to figure that out. Longest trip on the map is obviously the same thing, corner to corner. Before Arizona came, the longest trip was San Diego to Jackpot. Or like San Diego to Jackpot it used to be, or El Centro to Jackpot. Now, it's a little different. Now, just about the longest trip is from like San Simon all the way up to maybe Hornbrook or Jackpot. Because this border of California and Nevada is kind of straight. All the way to Wyoming, it's pretty straight. Then it curves, because, you know, that's how Utah is. And then it just goes straight down, because this is 4 corners. 4 corners. Cayennes is your closest area to the 4 corners. 4 corners. Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona. Exactly. Now, we are in this lane, but, you know, this wheel shakes up, and you always know that toward the end of the video, not toward the end of it, but toward the middle of the video, maybe, the steering starts working a little better, and everyone's just happy in the end. So we're actually going to go through Sholo for the first time today. Today, but in the game it's tonight. But you obviously know that the game is never the real time in the world, because if it was the real time in the world, then you wouldn't be. Then if you liked that, if you were never up at like midnight, you could never like do it. If you were never up at like midnight, you could never do a sunset drive. Okay, let me rephrase that. If you never stayed up past 9 o'clock p.m., you would never see a sunset. Ever. Ah, this is bad. Now, you know what I say in my moral videos, but when you're a little desperate, you can kind of get away with it. I should have, like, used my trick to make a right turn, but you know what? I think it's better in this case. Alright, well, we obviously have to slow down, because, you know, we're not going to get fined. Oh, shoot. I nearly forgot. We need gasoline. Fast. So how many miles do we got on this tank? We got about 232. That is enough to get us through most of the trip, but you know, we must fuel at some point, so let me just take a gander at this map and see what we have for gas station purposes. We could make it to this gas station, but you know what, by then, it's just risking it, kind of. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a left before we, but we're still gonna go this way. Hold on, but let me just refresh that. 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. No. 2, and then everything will change. Watch. No. Hold on a second. First, yeah, do like something like this, and then do something like that, and then change that to, yeah, perfect. But go like that, so that it'll ask you to go that way. No, I didn't want a 4th, point. But, you know what? We could risk it, and, right, 25 limit. Alright. We could risk it and make it there, but you know what? There's no gas station in Sholo, and if we accidentally, break down, and, or not break down, we accidentally get lost, just as a precaution, if you know what I mean. Because we get 231 gallons of gas. Well, how do you know that the gas station south of Sholo isn't like 100 miles that way? And you know, just a precaution in case, for example, we accidentally like have an engine malfunction. Maybe not an engine malfunction, but in case we get into an accident and we can eventually get out, but it's going to take forever to even get out. So what you're going to do instead is you're going to, you know, alright, well, shoot, that guy's coming out, but you know what? You can get away with this even in real life, because look at that. He only just went by the junction. So in real life, you could pretty much get away with that. You should still stop in real life, but it's a simulator. If you want to make this game really serious and follow all the laws, go ahead. I feel like you should only follow the laws. You should follow close to the laws. Like, make sure to pull in like this and not the opposite way. Or make sure to not go down a one-way street, which there aren't any one-way streets. There are one-way streets in American long haul, but like in New York City. But yeah. That's an example of what I'm talking about, but there are some idiot truck drivers in this world. Now, if this guy would to turn right now, I wouldn't get mad at him, because, but if he turned now, I'd get really mad at him, because he should turn out fast. If you want to turn out with someone, you better turn out fast. Because the faster you're gone, the faster everything takes place. Yeah, you got a stop sign and I don't, meaning I have all right of way. And if you don't think I had the right of way, you should have gone. And I also hate trying to get out of here because there's so unrealistic traffic, and like there's too high of traffic density, and you might be sitting here for 10-15 minutes, and within 10-15 minutes nearly an hour of game time goes by and you still can't go, and that's a little unrealistic because eventually there's going to be a point where the stop lights are going to end, and in real life there's not like 10 million people waiting in the desert trying to get through. There's no such thing as rush hour in the desert. Closest thing you'll get to rush hour in the desert is maybe during the day. Or maybe on a busy US 6 or something like that. Shoot, we have to cut through this red light somehow. And I don't know how to do it. The only way is to get in front of the cop. And then to act as if we're making a left. And then cut across here. And then speed up because, you know, we're leaving the city now. I just love how complex I make my moves. What I hate is that they can't just like change the speed limit when you're leaving the city until like an app. So if this car was a police officer, which it sure looks like a car, but it's only some like beige something. Wait, what in the world just happened? I'd like to know what just happened. Like, how come? Everyone, make sure to see what just happened, or if you do know what happened, comment. Tell me what happened. Don't say awesome video. The awesome video can be placed in your comment about what happened. You could say like, oh, you just smashed into a sign, by the way, awesome video. That's all you need to really say. You don't need to say video, because I'm asking for questions to answers, and you're not giving me any of that. So that gets me a little annoyed, and pretty much everything annoys me, so you shouldn't be too worried. I didn't even hit that guy! What are you telling me? I think you're probably thinking to yourself right now, well, obviously it did hit him, because you would have continued if you didn't hit him. So yeah, what happened there, you're probably wondering. You could obviously tell that I thought I wasn't over the line, and I was. And that just teaches you that, you should just watch out. Simulators are to teach you. If you want to use it to be serious, you use it to be serious. If you don't want to use it to be serious, it's your choice. Okay, I know that it's 30 miles an hour, but come on, we're turning soon. Doesn't really matter. We can slow down then. Plus, we have the automatic manual retarder, which I don't like the idea of that, because it means that, because in real life right now, we'd have, make it wide so that we can stick to this side, so people can overtake us. Or we can overtake people if they're going too slow. But you know what? Since we're not doing any of that, let's just move over. It's a Tesla. Why does there have to be Teslas? Like, why in the world do we have Tesla shops? We don't have Tesla shops in the US. We've got Hyundai shops, and Honda shops, and BMW shops, and Ford, and Toyota. What else? What other kind of car shops do we got? Audi, GMC, Lexus. We got everything here, but we don't have Tesla. And that's what I hate, that we don't have Tesla. That's just awful. And you know what I decided to do? So you know what I decided to do, right? I also feel like the traffic's just a little unrealistic. Like, there's not many cities, and it doesn't, like, normally, like in real life, if it was just these cities, there would be, like, no traffic. Except in the cities, there would be traffic there. Let me just, stop somewhere. Maybe I should pull into the Robo Shop if I can. If not, we're just gonna have to back out of here, but we can come in here. This person's walking. Let me just quickly pull over and, get my bearings quickly. With the free camp. If any of you guys walk into my truck while I'm gone, I'm gonna, like, kill you. Oh, wait, yeah, if you run into my truck, you are gonna get killed. Obviously. Ah, that's the problem, that there's a light. I didn't think there was a light, but there is. But at least we can make a right on red, even if we're not even making a right. So, technically, we can actually do it. So, let's get out of here. Shoot, this place is busy. This place is really busy. Like, what the heck? Why are people walking around? No, I really don't care about half these people. I'll run them all over if I have to. But we're getting out of here. I don't care about any of you pedestrians. You guys aren't even real. You guys are an AI. Alright. Let's turn on this street. We'll make a right here. It's pretty much our only option anyway. Oh, I was like wondering, like, why in the world? Now, in real life, you could just go like this to someone. But since this guy's only going the speed limit, we don't really need to worry about him. Except he's gonna delay us when we're trying to make our fake right on red. So, if I was like a bad driver, I'd probably pass him. But, you know, we'll stick to the speed limit. There's gotta be something there. Of course, this is when the light changes. Come on. This guy is gonna, like... Well, I hope this guy's making some... Now, this is probably the worst idea ever. But you know what? It works. Goodbye. And just sometimes doing that kind of adds a little exhilaration and fun to the game. And doesn't make it boring. Like, if I just drove down this road, it'd be boring. Look, it's night. It's boring. You can barely see half of these trees. But if I do a couple things... Okay, I'm not the one who just wants to crash into everything. I just hate the red lights in this game because the red lights are just... Because the road system is so unrealistic. If this map had more roads... or more cities, then maybe I'd follow red lights, but since there's not many cities, and you're probably thinking to yourself, how does that make any sense? It only makes sense to me. If there were, like, more cities. Like, for example, I'm sure in real life, that's a city. Or, that's a city. In this game, it isn't. I've seen enough of that person that drives all over California and Nevada to know that there are cities where you don't even know in this game. We steered too much. This guy can wait. There's a huge truck. Give caution to him. Maybe 55 is a little too extreme, but you know, as long as there's no one coming and we can just try not to crash like we just did, I think we'll be fine. More cell service trucks. Hate that many. Like this new update. Too many cell service trucks. Are you kidding me that I can't even, like, make a turn? That's what I hate about this game. You can't even make a turn. Real life, you should be able to make that turn. First of all, in real life, there aren't these wide turns. If there were wide turns, they'd be more cautious of the speed limit, and they would say something like, "Sign, make sure to only go 30 miles an hour around this turn." Or 35, or even 40. Well, probably not 40, maybe like 20 or 25. They're not gonna tell you to go more than 40 if they have to put a sign to tell you not to go that fast. Makes no sense. This is the gas station that we would have had to wait for. Oh! It's the old gas station that they transformed. If the AI traffic doesn't slow down here, so why should we? Now I know. Because we're out of control, but any other purposes you shouldn't slow down. Unless you're turn. Look, that guy barely even slow down. Yeah, so I'm glad that they made that old gas station a new gas station. That was just probably in the map, but they must have probably forgotten to make it a gas station, so they probably just did it in the next update. Can't wait for the next state, except we're probably gonna have to pay for the next state, which is gonna suck. But then again, I might get it, I might not. I might wait for like a bundle of states, but obviously if you need because you might just want to wait for all the states, because they're eventually going to come up with all the states, and well, probably will be another like 5 years before they do that. Because Arizona, you know, is free. Everyone got it free. Everyone, people on Steam, people who got it all. Oh, shoot. This is not good. This is not good. In real life, we would be dead. In real life, this would be on the news in the morning. But in American Truck Sim, they don't show it anymore. Meaning that we're probably gonna have to go, if we have to go to, wow, they're making us go all the way to Tucson. Wow. They're making us go all the way to Tucson for this. So, lesson to all you guys, do not drive fast. There. It's really dangerous. Don't worry, it just gets us to Tucson faster. Because we're going to be in Tucson at those rest areas right near Nogales. I mean, at those repair stations. And we don't need a repair or anything. I think we're good on repairs. Alright, well. Let's see, are they going to refuel our tank? I hope not. We refueled all the way in Holbrook. They probably didn't refuel us. But you know, they did tow us. Might as well make us pay more for fuel. That's pretty much what you're paying for. You're paying for the tow truck to tow you all the way to Tucson. You're paying for the tow truck to bring you to Tucson. You're paying for... You're paying for the tow truck to bring you to Tucson. You're paying for the fuel, even though we didn't really get any fuel. You're paying for a lot. Oh, it's not CG, it's ICG. When you go into broad... I don't know why, but this truck just looks abnormally big. Alright, there's a bus coming that way, but by the time I turn out, he'll only just be getting over the railroad tracks. Sorry, it was a she driving that car. I mean, that bus. Remember what I said in the last video. You shouldn't be seeing that many... Not that there shouldn't be any women drivers. There should totally be. I have seen them before. But you shouldn't be seeing, like, every other car being... I mean, bus or truck being driven. Makes it a little unrealistic. just in my opinion, if you've seen many women drivers, you probably are saying that that's not cool, but make your decision on what you want to think about this topic. Once again, we get to take this on-ramp, which we don't get to take very often, unless you get, like, brought to Tucson on your way to Nogales. Really busy on that. It's all because of the truck. Meanwhile, the road to Nogales looks really, like, not busy. Let me just change around that. Cactus. Doesn't even look like cactus. It looks like pretty lame cactus. But you know what? Oh my. Now the vein on my hand now is in pain. Not in pain, but it's now like it's been stressed. It's been like weighted on. It's been like weighted on for a while. So. You know, we just did a drive down here at multiplayer. Then you hop into American Truck Sim, and you take a little trip around here. And it's kind of cooler when you do it in this game, because you're seeing all the traffic going. In real life, on this desert, on a Sunday morning at 8:30 in the morning, on a Sunday morning at 8:30 would probably be the better way to say it. You shouldn't be seeing this many vehicles, not even if you're interrupted by a truck. If you're interrupted by a truck, Flying J trailer. If you're interrupted by a truck, it should actually be better, because everyone should be going around it. In New York City, there'd be a car in front of me, another car over there, and 3 cars in front of him, and then another 15 cars in front of him, and then on and on and on, all the way through. It's bad in New York. And it's the only place that doesn't have, it's the place that probably needs the most, it's probably in the most need of those wide highways like in LA and Salt Lake City and Denver and Omaha and Chicago, blah, blah, blah. Please tell me you're making a right turn, otherwise I'm going around you. Let's just wait. Yep, he's going. We're going to the farm with the food that we're hauling. I'm waiting. And he's gotta go slow. Wait, did he stop? He actually stopped. Great, now we gotta go around him. But you know, this will teach him to go next time. Next time you should have gone through. You know how long it takes one of these machines to go to, like, start moving? I mean, to stop. I'm carrying 11 tons of food, and this truck probably weighs about, and the cab, the truck, the front bit, probably weighs about 2 or 3 tons, meaning I'm probably hauling like 15 or 1600 ton, 15 or 16 tons. We should be able to move pretty fast on this. Of course, the morning school bus. That should just probably, that should probably be sitting down and not leaving to bring the sports team to their sports event for a while. Let's do the, dun dun dun. I love doing that. I love doing that. I love nearly crashing into one of those crates, but then we don't crash into them. Been playing for about maybe a little over 30 minutes. So you got plenty of time to do another job. So let's go into the job market and see what we got. Alright, so let me see. We got recycled water from Nogales to Oxnard. I haven't been over to Oxnard in a while, so that might be a good thing to do. Let me see, maybe they have something to San Simon. They did have JB Hunt to before we go, we need to make sure that this thing isn't gonna like expire in 10 seconds. Which it isn't, it's expiring in like a long. Then your trailer disappears. Yeah, the thing is backing up. So let me see. I might just hop on the highway and go that way, so that we don't have to deal with the turn. I might just hop on the interstate. Want to crash into his Prius? Nope, we won't crash. Well, I decided not to crash into him at the last minute. Alright. Oh, shoot. This is why you do not pull out in real life. In real life, the junction would not be busy at all. This junction, there'd probably be about 3 times. There should be like a fourth of this traffic should be here in real life. Now we're only speeding up because we're getting on the highway. Yeah. You should have moved. That bus should have turned on faster if he wanted to get there before me. Or he shouldn't have gone. And since not many people can really turn on fast enough, then they shouldn't really be turning on at all. Let's just hop on the interstate. Right in front of this U-Haul guy. Of course, we gotta go 25. Driving side by side next to this convertible. Hashtag life is good for this guy. He's got a freaking convertible, for heaven's sake. Now a car driving by would be seeing this. And how high that pickup is. This is just downtown. This is a cool downtown. Of course, we accidentally smashed into an SUV, and this car alarm goes off. But you know what? So be it. Even if you could go on that intersection, even if there wasn't a red light, it was still better than risking trying to make a left. We could just do this instead and drive down this road. Yeah, crosswalk. No one's crossing. Well, in real life, this town isn't that bustling. They just make it look bustling because there's all these pickup points. So in real life, there wouldn't really be this kind of thing. There'd be this kind of thing maybe in a neighboring village or small town. But let's drive a short cab. Like that. It's not necessarily called a short cab, but it's not called really a short cab. Alright. Hold on. Let me actually get lined up a little bit. Even though you just saw how much that shifted over. With advanced coupling turned on, that would not be easy to back into, but, you know. We don't have advanced coupling turned on because mods can't support it. The cool mods that we use can't really support it. No, I'm not gonna go that way because of the light. We'll just go this way instead. So we drive through downtown. Hot dogs, hot deli, beer, soda, and whatever for 99 cents. Oh, I just clicked the tab key to it because I thought that this was multiplayer for a second. Tab doesn't do anything in the normal version. It's Tesla. Why couldn't they change it to maybe like Honda, something popular? Maybe GMC's. Well, Hyundai isn't really that popular. Honda, GMC, maybe. Ford, definitely. Since we're getting on the highway, I'm gonna break the speed limit as we go by the Walmart. Wish you would see some RVs in there, because you can actually RV in Walmarts. But apparently they didn't get that far into, like, coding AI. What I wish is that, like, cars would, every once in a while, pull into the Walmart, or pull into the, I wish they would, like, pull into the Walmart, or pull into the Tesla shop every once in a while, or something like that. That would be, like, so realistic. Oh, shoot. Speaking of... Whoa! Never seen this trailer. Oh, shoot. Come on, someone let me go. Sorry it had to involve that. And before we forget, we better see if we can edit our route out. This looks like a decent enough route. Through up on the I-10, up the I-5, take the California 58 to the Bitumens in Oxnard. Sounds like a smart idea. Now we're not gonna get there till like night. It's gonna be an all-day drive and then halfway into the night. So that's a pretty long drive, and it's definitely gonna last us the rest of the episode. So this might be a longer episode because of this drive. Surprisingly, when the American Realism mod got disabled, the FedEx didn't, like, turn off either. Must be because of the other real company logos that I got. Because I turned off U-Haul and FedEx. And all that. So you're probably wondering, what are you gonna do about, Atlanta being such a laggy place? Well, I do have an idea on what's gonna happen with that. What I'm gonna have to do is well, oh right, I already told you. Did I already tell you? I probably already told you, but let me tell you again. We're going to, we're gonna have to replay some of the parts so that, you know, it doesn't get long. This is gonna be an all-highway journey until California 58, so... Does it look like we're gonna need gas? Doesn't look like we need gas. Because we got 700 miles on our tank. And let's get over before this, U-Haul guy. Of course, we got an RV holding us up. See, the ramp. Well, they do make it realistic by adding a bump to when they, like, change to the concrete path. But still, the sounds of you driving over the road is just so mediocre. People just taking the side roads through Tucson. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. So it's Sunday, so there shouldn't be too much traffic till about 11 a.m. Because pretty much on weekends, traffic's like the opposite as rush hour. Rush hour, the mornings and the late afternoons are the most busiest time. And then, like, the middle of the day, like, from 9 o'clock to maybe, like, about 3 or 4, it's not that busy. Well, maybe 3. Maybe, like, 2:30, it starts to get a little bad, and then 3, you might, like, have a couple people who leave work really early. Maybe Fridays at 3 would be bad, but 3:30 definitely gets bad. And 4, for sure it gets bad. And yeah, I know, we've driven down this road like a million times. But it's a truck simulator, and I'm sure truck drivers in real life have, like, short distance truck drivers have to go by the same road all over again. And by the way, this isn't even short distance. This is a long trip. You might not think it if you live in like Rhode Island or Vermont or somewhere north in, like, northern New England. You might not, or anywhere in New England, except for, like, states like New York and Pennsylvania and Virginia, which aren't in New England. But if you live in New England, you probably don't think that they're, like, that states are normally big, because you're used to, like, only driving, like, you're used to states being like Europe. You're only going, like, 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4, you're going at the most 4 or 5 hours of driving to some places, and then just bump it in. I hate that when the automatic retarder just decides to kick in, and that's the only reason why you just have to keep pressing the pedal. That's the thing I hate the most about this. And I know when I'm trying to click the Q button, there must be some button that I'm actually accidentally clicking that changes that, but I don't really want to care, because if I worry about one... Also, another thing that I don't like is that it seems like that all the Walmart and the Costco and the and some of the other trailers that are, like, white and then there's, like, text on them, they all, like, have a Prime Inc. partnership on them. I have never seen Prime Inc. partnered with anything. I've seen Swift Trucking partnered with Target and Walmart, but yeah, kind of like Swift Trucking pretty much partnerships with some of the stores like Walmart, Target, and then maybe like Roadway and FedEx, or I don't know. Normally, like day cabs and double hooked up trailers normally you know what? I forgot to continue my conversation about rush hours, because I told you that rush hour on weekdays is in the morning and the late afternoon, and on into the evening. But after the evening, it's not too bad. But on the weekends, it's the total opposite. On the weekends, the rush hours from like 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, on Saturdays, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning until like maybe 4 or 5, and then it dies down. And on Sundays, the rush, since like people go to church and all that, and the traffic might not start until, well, even on a Sunday, doesn't matter if it's like a church day or not. There's still people out at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't really matter that there's church. People might have gone already. But at 10, 11 o'clock starts the rush hour. Now, the real rush hour on Sundays isn't until, like, after 2 or 3 o'clock. You might see, like, people leaving from, like, maybe if they're on vacation from, like, maybe if people are on vacation from, like, Wednesday to Sunday and they have to drive, like, 7 hours, maybe they have to leave, it's, like, Sunday after breakfast, but, you know, if, for example, I'm just trying to think of an example. Yeah, but when you get the short weekenders, like the people who only have to drive like maybe an hour or two, you get them around 4 o'clock. And like, it's just a massive traffic, like, on a Saturday, normally you don't get traffic at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. But on a Sunday, you might be seeing traffic 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, maybe even 8 o'clock. If it's maybe like Mother's or Father's Day or something like that. Or Independence Day. Well, any non-Independence Day. Independence Day is a little different. Maybe, say, now that's pretty much all I can think of, that's pretty much all I can think of is, Mother's Day and Father's Day would maybe, delay the traffic until, like, 8 and 9 o'clock. Or maybe the day before Christmas Eve. The day before Christmas Eve is, like, deadly. Like, I had to travel once the day before Christmas Eve, and let me tell you, it took, like, 45 minutes to go, like, 5 miles. 45 minutes to go 9 miles. That's, like, a ninth of a mile. That's like 6 or 7 miles an hour. Like 6.5 miles an hour. That is slow. And even just going, and then after like 8 o'clock, there's traffic at 9 o'clock. Even on Saturday, there's like maybe traffic, but it's not heavy traffic. Like, there's not, like, traffic from, say, like, there's not much traffic at, like, 9 or 10 o'clock. But there are people that try to get home, or try to go somewhere at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. Which doesn't make any sense. Unless they're maybe traveling locally. Most of those people are traveling locally, but maybe the people who are just, like, going for just Saturday. Because you get the people who... But then I forgot to mention that there are also people that go for just Saturday. There might be people who go for just Saturday, and then they leave. 10 o'clock, and they go home at, like, 10 o'clock. I don't know. I never get home that late. Well, sometimes I get home late, but rarely. Maybe, like, once or twice a year that happens. And when that does happen, I'm normally not too happy about it. Now, I did watch a video of someone driving down I-15 in California on a Friday mid-morning. It was pretty busy. But when I saw this person drive down, like, I-10, you're not getting a huge line of cars in the middle of the desert. Just look at it. There's no traffic on, like, that side of the freeway. Maybe because it's a way station? No, it can't be. Look, there's traffic there. I don't know, it just doesn't seem too realistic to me. Yeah, there are people, but then on Sunday evenings, or Sunday late afternoons, you got people who are coming from the weekends, then you got people coming late from weekends, and you got people going for just Sunday. For maybe like Sunday brunch, and then dinner and lunch and all that. You might get those people. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I see that this truck is going to be causing problems. You know, because we're getting to California now. Maybe we should slow down, but I don't want to slow down because I don't even see the California sign. But I can tell that everyone's slowing down because of California. I know, it's right after the river. And there's the California sign. So now would probably be the appropriate time to... Oh, they changed it, because it's realistic, because there's only, like, a green sign for California. It was probably, like, a California River, Colorado, I might have misread it or something like that. But I just let go of the pedal. We'll go about 53 miles an hour. Yeah, and then Monday, you might get people who don't have to work on Monday. So for rush hour on Monday, you get people who are coming home from work on Monday, and then you might have people who decide to come home on Monday instead of on Sunday, because they don't work on Monday for the weirdest reason ever. Now, my school doesn't have school on Monday, this Monday and next Monday, but normally, Monday's not a day where we have off from school, or I have off school. Same thing for Friday. There might be an extra rush hour on a Friday morning. I don't know. But if what I'm saying is true, then it makes sense why Friday morning rush hour is probably the most morning rush hour you could get. And Monday afternoon rush... Now, Monday afternoon rush hour is not as bad as Friday rush hour. Because on Friday rush hour, guess what's happening? On Friday rush hour, people are getting to their weekend places early, and people who aren't going anywhere that weekend are going home from work, and maybe people who are coming home for maybe a school event, something like that. I don't know. I never have to take a highway to any of my school events, because I don't really have any school events. Which is why I can spend most of my time, any of my time that I do YouTubing, just playing some American Truck Sim. Normally when I'm not YouTubing, I'm normally either playing multiplayer or I'm playing something like Slitherio or Asphalt 8 or something like that. Yeah, I was wondering, like, where El Centro was, and I'm like, wait, we're not on the I-8. We're on the I-10. The I-10's kind of a more direct route from Phoenix to LA. So it might get more traffic than the I-8, but it shouldn't get that much traffic. This is, like, the traffic you'll get on, like, a New England interstate. So maybe if you're going through, like, Connecticut, like the Connecticut 84. It's kind of like this. This is like the Connecticut 84. I cannot wait for Connecticut to be in this game, even though it's not going to be in this, probably not going to be in this game for like another four years. But you know, we wasted too much gas in this thing. Nope, it still says that we've got plenty of gas. Mr. West Coast Tours. You should have blasted out of there if you wanted to get out of there. Now, obviously, in real life, you normally have a long lane to just drop out of. So normally you just ease out of that lane and then try to fit into these lanes. What I hate about California is, you know, in Nevada, your truck speed limit 80 miles an hour, car speed limit 80 miles an hour. Arizona, car speed limit 75, truck speed limit 75. California is an oddball because it's California truck limit 55, car limit 65, car limit, box truck limit, pretty much anything I could include for cars. I'm so sad that you get those yellow signs for, it's so sad that you get those yellow signs for, like, rough road that you can't even hear or feel or see your truck, like, conform to on the roads, but they don't use it for, like, slow down, harsh turn, or maybe, like, railroad crossing, instead of having, like, the railroad crossing sign right in front of your face, like, right just like 2 feet before the railroad tracks, or something completely ridiculous like that. So yeah, now that we have the Flying J trailer pack, I can't wait until they come up with the Love's Truck Stop trailer pack. Mod, I meant. Because once we get those, it'll be more realistic. Technically, it'll probably be more realistic. I just love just, like, looking at these cars and seeing what they have on them. Especially in... Yep, we've come up to the limit. Meaning, I can't even wait for you, Mr. FedEx. Because every second I spend behind this slowpoke is gonna annoy me. And especially because of that RV there, who's, like, scared. Oh, it was because of the truck turning. I thought it was because the RV scared him, but, you know, it's obviously not because it scared him. Now that we held up the FedEx guy, now it's going to be a little bit before we, start seeing anything. Now that we have a variety of trailers, now there's, like, a difference between a trailer popping up every once in a while. See, like, the Coca-Cola doesn't appear every 10 seconds. If I only had, like, one trailer mod, like, if I had, like, deleted all AI trailers, then... You know what would happen, right? School bus. You know what would happen, right? Trucks would just drive around with no trailers on them. Or it would just cancel out and they would just use the Walmart trailers, but then obviously, then where's the logic of that? Like, where does that, like, work? How does that work? Alright, enough say, let's watch these cars go by. Obviously it's a Jeep Wrangler. As we come into LA, there's more traffic, makes loads of sense. There goes a Honda. Wow, this truck is having trouble going up this hill. Okay, if it doesn't speed up on this hill, it means that there's something... School bus. It means that there's something wrong with the cruise control, which there isn't, luckily. It means that this truck's coming. Obviously because it has no trailer. Here comes a Tesla, even though there shouldn't really be any Teslas. Wow, this steep grade is like having... This truck is having trouble. And these are barely even any hills. Picked the wrong time to come to LA. Because it should be packed at this hour. Don't worry, there's a cop ready to make sure that everything goes fine during rush hour. This guy does need to get over, but you know, he can wait. He's a truck. I'm a truck. Other vehicles can stop easier. Don't worry, I'll stop. Calm down. I'm stopping now. I'm stopping now. We should only be stopping now. Alright. This guy is making a right. He can wait. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. He doesn't say, oh, there's a huge truck, being a complete idiot. I might as well stop. No. That's the sad thing about simulators. That when you try to act like an idiot, because a simulator is the place to act like an idiot, not the road. But when you act like an idiot on the road, people are gonna be smart, and they're gonna be smart, and they're not gonna like fall for your trap. But in a simulator, they fall for your trap. Every time. Never fails. I don't see the reason for you needing to go this way, unless you're maybe going to the Plaster and Sons. Otherwise, you shouldn't need to. Well, maybe they just think it's easier, probably. Now, since it's California, I'm not going to speed up before the interstate. Because, you know, it's California. Maybe a little bit, maybe like to that Plaster and Sons. Everyone's in the gas station. You should have fueled up before you left for the weekend. I'm just kidding, I hope you know. We'll speed up now. Because, you know, now we might need it. Especially with this bus. Well, did he just flash me? Did that bus just flash me? Probably shouldn't have made that turn really fast. You know what? No harm in doing so. That car actually made it. Good for him. we'll get in front of the RV as we see yet another school bus. I don't know why, but I just expected that school bus to like give me another air horn, like like in multiplayer, like they would give you probably a honk back. But they did, so I was like, oh right, we're in the regular game. Great, we were just speeding. I was paying attention to the ambulance that was overtaking me. I was thinking we were in like Nevada or something, and that we still had a way to go before we reached the speed limit. But then I remembered, oh right, we're in California, meaning that the cars get a 10-mile-an-hour a 10-mile-an-hour limit, what do you call it? Head start, that's what you call it. 10-mile-an-hour head start. What is that called? Why do I forget what that called? Is that Mercedes that just went by? I think that must have been a Mercedes. Are we getting off this highway anytime soon? I guess not. Another... Oh no, that's not a Mercedes, it's a Honda. And that's obviously a Ram. That's a Mercedes, because you see the thing that sticks up. It says Oxnard at that exit, but we're not getting off there, because it's just way easier to continue. Another West Coach Tour bus trying to merge on at the same time I'm coming through. That's two trying to get on in one day, right next to where I'm driving. Wow. The things that happen in this game. The odds of it West Coach Tours instead of it being Central Lines or Farland or... Oh right, it's called Greyhound, but they're Farland now because of the mod. Or if it was, what's the other one? It's West Coach Tours, Farland, Central, and I think it's called Eastern Tour East. Or if it was a Tour East bus, or if it was a Western Express truck, or a Central truck, or a Target truck, or a Walmart truck, or a Prime Inc. truck. Oh wait, Prime Inc. is gone. Now Prime Inc. just merges in with Walmart, Costco, and... I forget the other one. Or if it was that, or if it was a FedEx bed, or if it was a car. But it wasn't. It was just two Western tours, I think, or something like that. I don't know. But this is our exit. So we need to get off and shift out of neutral. Soon we're gonna need our lights. Whoa. Watch the curb. Not watch the curb. Watch the, that. We could just easily cheat our way past this slowpoke UPS and stop this truck before we hit. I tried to stop. I so tried to stop, but it didn't work. So we're gonna have to back up, and I'm just gonna wait just to, like, relieve some people. Now we'll go. Okay, good. We're good now. Except the RV came a little late. RV came while we were still trying to pull out. The U-Haul guy could have so gone. And then on the interstate, and then on the 5, and then on the I-5, you see 2 U-Haul trucks. Right, so we're on the California 58 now. Let's just enjoy the sunset. Well, you guys enjoy the sunset. I need to make sure that we're safely in Oxnard. But until we get to our destination, I'm just going to be quiet. And you're going to enjoy the sunset as we coincidentally travel west. I'm going to turn on my lights. And we're not going to talk for the next few minutes. Till we get to the bitumens. Silence begins now. Alright, I'm gonna have to break the silence, guys. I'm sorry, because this sun has just left and been replaced by clouds. What the heck are these? Why do we got clouds? What in the world is wrong with people in SCS software? When did they think that there'd be like these thick clouds? It does happen, but honestly. Alright, let's just stop talking till we get to the bitumens because it's right here. Let's just stop talking till we get parked, okay? Go. I was just getting scared. I was about to get scared there because I thought that we weren't going to click the enter button in time for us to stop. You know what I would do just in time? You know what? We'll do it. Alright, so we have been playing for a while, so I think it's time to call it quits. But before we even call anything, we need another job for next episode. So first of all, let's see. So we're near the Oxnard Huron, and Santa Cruz area. So pretty much we could go for any of these places. Oxnard has quite a few jobs, about 6. Huron has 3. Santa Cruz has 12. So that's about 21 jobs. So let me see. Let's see, maybe we'll do something from Santa Cruz. Maybe we'll go back to Phoenix? Nah, let's not go back to Phoenix. Maybe we'll go back, but that's a long drive to Santa Cruz. I just realized that, it's a long drive. Kingman, it's back in Arizona, but it's a different interstate, and it goes through some towns. Well, we might have to take the same interstate, and avoid this, but you know what, I'll see. But let's take that job. No way I'm driving all the way to Santa Cruz. We'll drive back to Coastline Mining. It wasn't that far away. Well, it was a little bit distance, but not as much distance as Santa Cruz. Jeez, by the time we get to Santa Cruz, it'll be like another 10 minutes of real time. And I don't want to add more time to this video when you guys are like dying for me to end. No. See, we got plenty of gas, so we don't necessarily need gas. So we got plenty of it. So let's head back up this road. Alright, so we're up to cruise control. Going pretty fast up this hill. I would warp time, I would set the time to maybe ×2 or ×3 so that we don't have to wait that long to get to the destination. But first of all, it would cause 2 things. One, it would cause the time to be warped, meaning that meaning the loans would come out at 12:05 or 12:10 instead of at 12 o'clock. And I don't want to ruin the game. I want it to come out at the same exact time. Alright, so here we are. Shoot, I was trying to not turn left, and I was trying to make a right turn. And I tried to make it light as possible because it wasn't going to be too sharp of a right turn, and that happened. Alright, so we're here. So where's their job? Kingman. Some more water, but we're going to change the trailer up for next journey. We're going to take it. And where are we loading? Up here. Where? Over here. Where are we loading out of? Obviously this way. Alright. So let's get out of here, and then we'll park at the front entrance, and then we'll be done. Oh shoot, I tried turning off the engine. And, that happened. Alright, so let me just take you across the water just to show you it. Maybe to show you the view of my truck from the other side of the highway. Let me just see. How do you get a good view? Up a little. Down a little. There. Well, that's all for this episode of American Truck Simulator. In the next episode, we will drive this trailer to Kingman. First, we have to do what we normally do before the end of the episode, and we have to edit the route. Now, I'm going to go through Bakersfield. We're going to go around this way to cheat traffic. Actually, no. I've decided against it. We're going to come this way. That'll definitely cheat traffic. And, come down the 58. We'll have a little trouble getting on the 15, but since it'll be night, there might not be a big deal. Drive down the 40 into Kingman, except obviously we're going to have to go straight so that we can cheat that way. That's about it. I was trying to click the H button to see how heavy this is going to be. And, like, when it's due. Alright, so that's good. And I will see you next on Tuesdays, and we'll see what happens then. If we can't get cross-country flight to work, it'll be Phoenix to Kansas City flight. But anyway, bye-bye.